Global live streaming. What's going on, man? Out and about. Got the Paribus update coming. I don't know if you guys can hear me. What my mic sounds like. Using AirPods. It's the first time using this, so forgive me. See if I can. I want to be able to see the chat. Oh, they locked the orientation. Oh, there we go. Cool, I can see a chat now. Nice, pops up in the corner for me. So, got the Paribus development update coming. I recorded that a little bit earlier. It's uploading the HD version. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life in the last couple of weeks, but everything is good now. I'm just, again, just part of this. Just, oh, what the heck is that? Oh, it's a cat, I think. Yeah, that's a cat. Sorry, I live in a community that has a lot of wild animals. So if you see an animal, then it's always in your best interest to confirm what it is because it could be a not so nice animal that could hurt you. So, but yeah, yeah, I figured I would start going on just daily walks and kind of just talking about just random stuff, whatever you guys want to talk about, or if there is some kind of news going on, then I'll talk about that. But right now, I think the news is PAB, Paribus, or not Paribus, but Plutus application backend had a small update. I took a look at the notes. It wasn't anything major, but I feel like I should probably make a video on that because a lot of people don't really know what it is, and it's been mentioned several times in the Paribus Telegram group. So I'll probably do a video on that and the importance of it and why it's causing a lot of delays as far as dApps go on Cardano, including Paribus. But today, Devin in the chat said that Q2, the actual main app is going to go live on Arbitrum, so that was cool. I like when they put dates when they put that kind of thing. They give us timelines and whatnot, so that's fun. I know it's most people are probably working, so I don't know how successful these walks are going to be. I mean, they maybe it's content for later. Maybe they'll check it out later. Who knows? But we'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it all out. So yeah, I'm just out here walking and talking. Might as well get my Apple Watch. Resume my Apple Watch here. Let me see if I can turn the camera around. Yeah, just out here walking. So very excited about the update. Majority of the stuff in the Sking app is completed. Honestly, I think it's ready to go live. They're probably just buttoning up some last minute details. Probably, they're planning on making it go live, update to the website and whatnot. But I feel like it's pretty much done. Did I quit my job? Yes, I quit my job. I am one of the many. Actually, last night was watching the news, and they said, I guess Texas and California were neck and neck in people that have quit their jobs. Double dab, yeah. Yeah, I quit, man. I resigned. I mean, I didn't do like an FU and like run out the door or anything. I was professional. Um, I was definitely a professional, respectful, and I went above and beyond. Before, when I did resign, I got a new manager. Like maybe a few weeks before that, like 3 weeks before that, I got a new manager, and the I met them. They're really nice, but they were really unprepared for what they were about to walk into, and I still see that. I saw that deer, and in the headlights look. Not to take away from that person, they had experience, they have skills, they can do the job. It's just that that job is going to do them before they can do the job. It's tough. So I offered to stay, additional days to help that person skill up, or to, be able to maintain or fix things in the like the near future, because they had a lot of stuff coming at them. They are going to have a lot of stuff coming at them. That's just the job. But with that being said, I took this job. I took the job. Well, actually, I didn't take the job. I made the job. They promoted me. They had to, because just how hard I work, and the things that I did. I built out um, a couple of departments, staffed a fulfillment department, so that they can ship their products across the world to the customers. I built all of that, digitized it all. They were doing their orders on paper. I got them off of paper, got them onto digital, like a CRM. I got supply chain management software set up, learned how to use that, supported them, and then after that, I got promoted to a support role where I was all the stuff that I built, and I was doing that for a while, and then the company just started to change. What happened essentially was the company became really successful because of the work that all the employees were doing. And when that happened, the parent company, the company that basically gave them the cash flow, the influx of cash, I want to say they gave them like $10 million to do a lot of hiring. I mean, this company had like 15 employees, and they were working in like a guy's garage. We ended up getting an office building, building the company out, ended up expanding to other offices. We did a lot of good work. We improved the company big time. But the parent came back in and said, "Whoa, the company's doing really well. Let's come back." And then they started taking out executives and replacing them with the parent company executives and the parent company employees. Uh, yeah, yeah, I've got really good leads. I'm not worried at all. Um, I got a new skill set in working this job, which is why I'm not upset or anything. I'm happy. I'm happier than I've ever been. I felt like I wasn't like going into depression or anything, but I felt like I wasn't myself for like the last year. And the moment I resigned, like the next day, I just felt like I was coming back alive again. Just more passionate about things, coming outside, like going for walks. Like I just felt like I was losing myself. So, it had to happen. I'm glad it did. And get to spend more time with you guys, my community, go riding around in go karts and stuff. Or not go karts, but golf carts. Walk through this park here. Yeah, so, they came in and they said, well, the company's doing real good. My ball. So they start taking the company back. They start, getting rid of the people that were successful and were managing properly and were getting results and making money. And they started replacing them with the drones from the parent company, who were emotionless, didn't like people, weren't getting along with people, causing drama, making bad decisions. And people just started quitting. People started leaving the company. Like really knowledgeable, talented people started to pour out of the company because of these bad changes. I stayed. I stayed around because I just tucked my head down and just did my job. That's what I was worried. And then eventually, I knew it was going to come. They were going to come to my department, which was IT, and they were going to start butchering that department. And they started inputting their drones that didn't know what they were doing. Bad managers, just not very bright people, and the rest is history. So that's what happened. But it is what it is. Companies are companies. People are going to do what they do. People are going to be human. I'm not. I can control what I do, and that's what I stick with. Can't control what other people do, but I can control what I do. So that's what I went with. But now I'm more focused than ever. Gonna be making more content. I see yesterday, I think I uploaded a few videos yesterday. Um, yeah, it is. I even like the last this past job thing, like it changed my thinking on like employment and being an employee and being an employer. I now look. I don't go into like a job thing looking like, oh, okay, am I good enough to get this job? Do I have the skills to to get this job and do this job? I look at the company. Does the company deserve me? Do they deserve do they deserve employees? Do they treat them right? Are things fair? Is there an opportunity to grow? Things like that. So before I just looked at it like, oh, I need a job. I want to get a job. Am I worthy? And then you're proving yourself. No. If they hire you, you proved yourself. It's all about proving things to yourself. Can you learn and grow? What opportunities exist? And that's why I was so successful in my last role. Got promoted many times. I just went and looked at my job dates to update my resume, and my job history is 2 pages. Most people's job history, hey Michael, most people's job history is like a few lines. My job history in the company is 2 pages. I had to download a PDF, 2-page PDF for all of my job roles and the changes that I've had because I got promoted so many times. Um, so, they tried to they tried to angle it like I wasn't performing randomly. After getting a raise and getting promoted, they were like trying to position this new manager that I got. I got this new manager like in the summer. They had fired previous managers because, again, I'm not trying to like brag or anything or be, you know, in bad spirit, but I'm smart. So I put a lot of pressure and stress on people that manage me just because they feel like, oh yeah, they already do. they feel like um they feel like I'm a threat, like especially my first manager when I got there. But she knew. She knew what she was doing wasn't right. She was doing sales orders on sheets of paper, just really silly things. And she knew when they hired me that I was really big on technology. I loved like CRM, I liked automation. I love that stuff. And I had a passion for it before I walked in the door. And she just immediately went into fear mode and caused a lot of trouble for me in that job. I almost got to the point where I resigned just because her employees were attacking me. All I wanted to do was work. So yeah, dinosaurs for sure. I've actually used that word a few times at work. And it's just like, how could you, grow a company to this big company that it is today? And you're doing yours on sheets of paper. They had like worksheets that they like signed off on each step. It was crazy. I was like, oh my God. It's like, why are we doing this? This is crazy. So I immediately I convinced the chief information officer to consider a CRM. First, they picked is it Spot? What is that one called? Spot Hub. It's a really basic web-based CRM. And then eventually we went to Salesforce. And when that happened, my whole life changed. Started getting into that. Hopefully the signal doesn't die. I got into CRM heavy. I really, really just fell in love with it and just started training. I went on their training site. I started doing the trainings, started learning as much as I could. Hey Daniel, what's going on? It's the crypto walk. Started learning as much as I could. Just I don't know. I just fell in love with it. I just started devouring the information as much like I do with crypto. And the more and more I learned, and I kept it to myself. Like I was just doing this stuff for myself, just because it was interesting, and it helped me as a user of the platform. Then the admin that they actually hired to administrate the network, he noticed that I was really a big fan of it. And at one point, we ended up, I think the CFO ended up inviting me to a meeting where they were talking about the sales process and like training. And hopefully it doesn't get too noisy over here. We're in a new phase area. Um, they they invited me to this meeting, and it was the CFO, it was the VP of finance, the Salesforce admin, and then like the sales manager. And that meeting ended up being the CFO, the sales manager, and the vice president of finance sitting in a room watching me and the Salesforce admin just have these really technical conversations about building out the CRM. And it was just, I mean, I could see it in the eyes of the CFO. He was just like, this is so cool. Like, two employees are like building out the infrastructure for our sales team, and he didn't have to do much of anything but just kind of just sit there and take notes. And we did it all and built it out, and I learned how to use it. I learned how to manage it. He built out the FSL, the mobile application for the mobile team, so that they can do jobs on site and take payment, and deliver documentation and all that stuff. Manage that. Learn how to use that. Uh, it was so much fun. I had so much fun learning that stuff, and now I know it now. So that became another thing in my corner. It's like I'm learning and expanding my knowledge and learning these platforms and learning how to build them and learning how to maintain them, make them better, more efficient, train, teach, teaching new employees how to use the stuff, how to do their job. And that actually became like a really big burden to me because they were relying on me way too heavily to train all of their new employees, and the company was growing. They're hiring hundreds of people. It's like I can't train hundreds of people and have another job. So, things got a little stressful, but now it's all good. It's all good now. So I'm here with you guys, and I get to talk about crypto or whatever else you guys want to talk about. So much fun. I hope. Yeah, I hope. I'm like knowing like what the salary for the jobs are that I'm in the market for. It's like I think I'm gonna be like, dude, I want to take like a quarter of my salary and just put it in crypto. I probably would put a majority of it in Cardano, and I might buy like I put like Cardano and then sub projects, and then probably Bitcoin, just to have it. That's how I'm feeling. I'm a low risk investor, man. I saw a tweet on Twitter today where people were like, "How much of your?" I think it was Bitboy Crypto posted. He said like, "How much of your wealth is in crypto?" And people were like 100%. Some people were like over 100%. It's like, dude, you're taking out loans to buy crypto. To me, that's wild. That's wild to me. More power to you. You got the balls, man, to do that. You got those kind of balls, man. You deserve everything. You deserve it all. You deserve all the Lambos, all the years, all the makes and models. That's some serious balls. That's what's going to drive the industry. People like that. I don't have that kind of that appetite for risk, you know. But I do. I do have more crypto than like everybody that I know. Like they're uncomfortable with the amount, that I have. But I'm sure a lot of you guys have more crypto than I do. Have more money into it. I'm sure you guys do. But yeah, I'm the channel. I think I want to do like a channel holding. Like I want to have my own personal, and I just lock that away in storage. And then I think I want to just like I want to build a portfolio for the channel, just for the channel, and kind of just I don't know if I want to be 100% transparent with it or not. It just depends, I guess. Um, I don't know. We'll have to take the pulse. We'll have to take pulse, community pulse, and see if I start like building this portfolio of assets for the channel itself. Um, I might just like use it to like show people like how to use wallets, how to do transfers, like how to do things like buy NFTs. I think there was a person that commented on one of my videos and asked if I could demo how to use a staking app when that comes out. I would love to do that. But it's like a part of me is like, well, I don't really want to expose my own wallets to the public. I'll do my best to like edit and block out things, but yeah, I want to be able to make a good video for you guys to help you learn. Hey, what's going on, Ed? Thank you for stopping by, man. Checking out the channel. Hopefully, you're subscribed. You get notifications when I do this stuff, which I'm going to start doing more of. I'm building out my live stream setup. So I have an iPad Pro. I've got MacBooks. I've got Windows desktop. So I'm going to be looking at setting up the live stream stuff for that. Be working on that tonight, and then at some point probably do like branding. Probably get like somebody. Hold on. COVID being spread. Wow, let's tweet about COVID. Yeah, but I want to be able to just be able to stream, go live, and it be it look really good for you guys, sound good for you guys, and just kick butt, man. Just build this community, not just Paribus, but just I think my big focus is just like DeFi for the common man. People that want to use DeFi to change their life, people that want to use DeFi to free themselves from Chase or Key Bank or Bank of America. They offer you these accounts and they hold your money and they say it's safe. And hey, we have these financial services that you can take advantage of. Oh yeah, but you don't qualify. Oh, you don't qualify. You don't have enough money. You're too poor. Oh, thanks, Ed. For sure. That's what it's all about. But I just want to help myself learn, which I've learned so much just since starting this channel. And then like with me learning, people seeing how much I've learned and inspire them to want to learn and get involved and maybe take, instead of, because I know so many people that we could consider, low income or even poor, and you sit there and you watch them and they'll spend $250 on a pair of LeBron Jordan James sneakers. Like, and then they're buying them all for their whole family, and they're spending like $1,000 on just sneakers. It's like, dude, you could take that $1,000, you could have put it in Ethereum, and you'd probably be sitting on about $3,000 or $4,000 right now, and you could have done that in last May. Like that's how quickly you can make your money work for you. Hey Hamza, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. Um, and it's just like we need to be smarter, especially in these times with what the United States government is doing right now. We need to be smarter with our money. We need to make our money work for us. We need to have all of our money working for each other. Work for each other, work for us. Like, and I think Cardano is the perfect blockchain for that. I feel like their goal to uplift the unbanked folks in African countries, in a sense, is going to lift up a lot of impoverished or middle Americans, you know, and Europeans as well. They're in this too. The whole world is in on this. Anybody that's been kind of marginalized by the gross and like the club of hyper capitalism. And I am not an anti-capitalist by any means. I love capitalism. What I hate is the capitalism that locks out people. I want you unless you have $1 million and all you can get is 1%. Oh yeah, and we have a quarter% fee, so you only get 0.75% interest on the year. Like what the hell is that? But you're using all of my money. It's crazy. You got to stop this stuff. I think crypto is gonna be the tool to stop it. I wish I could see all of the. I gotta figure that out. I wish I could see all of the chat. Is it locked? Oh, it's unlocked. It's just locked on Q2. Yeah, I'm just walking, man. That's why it's hot. I'm out. This is kind of like my. This is kind of like my exercise. This is my exercise. Started exercising again, so doing walks, multi-mile walks. I have a Peloton. I'm gonna start riding that again. So yeah, if you have a Peloton, you wanna You want to be my friend? Let's do it. Let's do it. Walk into the new phase that they're finishing in my community. Let's take. I'll show you guys where I'm at. So they're building townhouses and stuff. They're building everything. They are building. Yeah, exciting times, man. I really hope that the markets behave like they did last year. Um, I feel like with COVID really taking off and sports leagues locking down, and I heard the NHL canceled or postponed their season. The NFL has been moving games, putting a bunch of players in COVID lockdown protocol. What do you think of Genius Yield? Genius. Let's go back the other way. I don't want to lose you guys. Let's go back the other way. I feel like a lot of these projects, they're popping up almost like how Doge was the first meme coin to really take off, and then all of these other meme coins just started following it because they saw the success. I feel like a lot of these DeFi projects are doing the same on what you're investing in, and I think I'm going to start to put together some content around being able to sniff that stuff out, how to research, how to get to the bottom of things, how to make sure you have as little risk as possible because it's risky. Even on a AAA mainstream DeFi project, it's still risky. Anything can happen. Look at Cream Financial. Cream Financial got hit for $1 billion in 2021. $1 billion across 3 different hacks. 3. And there was one recently. It was like a couple of months ago. Flash loan attacks. Those flash loans, man. It's a big moneymaker for these platforms, but it is scary. These smart contracts, they got to be on point because if there is anything out of whack, somebody's going to reverse engineer it and they're going to exploit it and they're going to be able to get a loan and they're not going to have to pay it back. And when that happens, that's your crypto. That is your crypto. That's my crypto. That's your crypto. So yeah, I will look at Genius Yield. There's another one. There's Olympus. There's these guys are talking about, oh, they're giving 7,000% APR. I'm like, no, I don't like that number. That's too high. Something's up. That makes me skeptical. How are they able to pay that much? What's the risk? There's got to be somebody's taking massive risk to be able to be rewarded for 7,000%. I don't want to hear it. Oh, I'm at the dog park. Yeah, the risk. It's all about risk. 7,000% is cool, but I don't know. I don't like these platforms. I do like Orion, but the Ethereum fees are killer. None, all chat messages live. Yeah. Man, this YouTube app, they need to do better. They need to do better. They need more controls. Chat, I can interact more with guys. We'll figure it out though. I'm walking. We're walking. Yeah, it's hot. It's getting hot. So I got hoodie on. I got my backpack. Got some liquids and stuff. I'm gonna sit at this bench real quick. Stop at this bench here. We're walking. This thing's cool, man. Best investment for me so far in a long time. This MacBook, or not this MacBook, but the iPad Pro. Got the 12.9 inch. I figured I could also use it for like art, digital art, because I'm gonna get into NFT. I'm gonna make an NFT. I'm gonna do tokens. I'll do tokens for you guys. That first live stream I did, I kind of like whoever's on that live stream and they're interacting with me and stuff. I think I want to do something special. I think I'll do something special like that for every first. This is our first YouTube mobile live stream. I think this is going to be a special moment too, as the channel grows. You know, So I definitely want to reward people for being with me. You see, I got the Salesforce book bag. Yeah, so big things. 2022, the year of DeFi, in my opinion. I think it's going to be the year of DeFi for sure. I think we're all going to see some booms in the market. I think it's gonna play out like last year. I think we're going to go a couple of months in the 2022, and things are just going to explode, especially with Cardano turning DeFi on. If we could get PAB up, we get Milkomeda gets the side chain rolling, Paribus becomes successful on Arbitrum with the MVP. I think that's big. That MVP is going to be really big for them, and the fact that they halted development, not halted, but they slowed development on that MVP. Cornucopias gaming coin initially launched on Binance and moved to Cardano. Whoa. A coin that launched on Binance moved to Cardano? Huh. I'm going to check that out. But yeah, I think DeFi in 2022 is going to be bigger than the year of DeFi. And I think what was that? The 2020 was the year of DeFi? No, the year of DeFi on Ethereum maybe, but DeFi hasn't seen Cardano yet. I feel like it's going to change the game, man. The fees, the fees. Imagine being able to swap a token for 40 cents instead of $40. I'm sold. I don't know about you, but I'm sold. 40 cents is a lot better than $40. And that's when gas is extremely low. Oh, what's that? Is that a Maserati? No, Aston Martin SUV. What is that thing called? The DBX, I think. Looks like it. Man, that's so sweet. If that is it. No, it might be BMW. But yeah, the deal is going to be so much better with Ethereum fees, man. I don't know what Ethereum's going to do. I almost feel bad for them. They've got all the projects and whatnot, but these projects are going to start bridging. They're going to start using Milkomeda. They're going to start going on layer two, and they're going to port right on over to Cardano. And I feel like a majority of their traffic on these platforms are going to be coming from Cardano settlement, the Jed stablecoin, Cody, yeah, Sunday Swap. The thing that worries me about Sunday Swap early on is the scooper model, which I think is brilliant because it helps solve concurrency with the UTXO, but that model, as far as a user experience, is going to I don't believe it's going to ruin anything or ruin anybody's experience, but I believe that people are more used to order book style order fulfillment. So when you start going to these AMM models or Sunday's scooper model, where you put in your order. Oh man, there's almost a car crash down there. Hey, if you go slow, you won't have any problems. Um, that scooper model where it's like peer to peer. So you put in an order that says you would like to exchange 50 ADA for I don't know, 2,000 Giro tokens. So normally, what our experience is today when we go to buy stuff, especially if we're using like KuCoin or something like that, is the swap just goes boop. It just happens. You wait for the order, your price to hit, and boom, it's fulfilled, and you're done. You go away with your tokens. You're good to go. This AMM thing, it matches up who has the other order. So if you want Giro and you have ADA to exchange for it, you basically have to wait for someone to have the counter order. So you have somebody that has Giro but wants ADA, and that may not happen for an hour and a half, especially with the infancy of the exchange and the infancy of the blockchain itself. I think that's going to it's it's not going to cause this explosion that I think that I want and that a lot of people believe is going to happen. So I am prepared for that. And by prepared, I am going to participate in the
the pool. So I'm gonna put some of my 8 in a pool to get you know Sunday rewards. But I think I'm going to hold off just a bit on initial purchase of Sunday, just because I think people have really, really, really high hopes and they don't understand the Dex's order fulfillment model. That remember that video that I did on concurrency, and it was like 40 minutes long. Um, Although it performed very well for a video that's like 40 minutes long and very technical. I mean, we're talking about transaction types from a technical standpoint, and it did pretty well. But most people, that stuff is, for me, it's not as high over my head. I can understand it. I can take the high technical stuff and kind of break it down to a more layman's uh, term. I'm not to the point where I can I'm a developer, but I can work with developers. I can create documentation for developers. I can train stuff that developers create. That's what I did in my job. I took stuff that developers created and I trained it down to a layman's end user level and allowed people to do their jobs. But yeah, I feel like that there might be a little bit of stuttering in the beginning on the price. Anyways, I believe the platform will be nothing but successful. Cardano will be nothing but successful. It's just the timing of it. I think it's going to go. It's going to pitter a little bit. Do I have any ideas about the? Okay. So if I scroll like this, I can see the stuff. Oh, sweet. All right, we're learning. Um, People will see once. Yep, yep. I did have any idea about that. Good to know that. Don't know how to miss the video view. Yeah, it is the Sunday swap video. I think it was called like UTXO concurrency or something. It's hard to miss. It's like one of the few videos that I have that's like 30, 40 minutes long outside of the live streams. Good video if you're into that stuff. It is. I went back and watched it like I do. I've watched a majority of my videos back. I would say it's on the boring side unless you are really into transactions on the blockchain and this whole concurrency drama. And people, talking trash about Cardano, saying that they can only fit one transaction per block. Like, it's just insane. Insane. The amount of FUD is just insane. I saw somebody today even. I looked at a tweet. I'm just like, are you serious? Like, why are you coming to our content creators and commenting this nonsense in the comment section? Like, who's paying you? Is it Solana? Is Solana paying you? The blockchain that you can turn off? Are they paying you to do this? That's what I feel. I feel like they're paying them to do this stuff. It doesn't make any sense. Oh man, I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy, man. This looks good. I love these conversations. I could do this every day. I could do this every day. You guys are really amazing. You guys make me so happy. I love talking about this stuff. I could really do it all day. I can't wait to get to a more professional setup with I want to do I got my lights. I got the lighting and everything. Like, I got my lights. I just got to figure out that freaking microphone that's that weird that's static. So I'm gonna set up some test streams. I don't know who I'm going to use. I'm probably maybe reach out to my friend or something. Maybe do some test streams just to make sure the mic sounds good. Because that last stream I did, the mic sounded it was like staticky. It was doing some weird stuff. I didn't like it. Very weird. Also, gaming. I like the game. I like to play like Cyberpunk 2077. I have a really nice gaming rig. I don't know if you guys are into that. I might do something where like I play a game and we talk about crypto or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out, man. We are definitely going to engage. We are going to connect. And I apologize that I didn't do this earlier. It was just work, man. Work really just put me in another place mentally. So I think that my workout stopped because I sat down, but I'm just gonna pause. Man, good mileage. I got good mileage. I'm happy. I'm just happy, man. I'm happy about everything. I'm happy the sun's shining, the stream's good, um, good conversation here, good video. My walk is good. It's beautiful out here. What more could you want out of life? Crypto markets, bargain, a bargain basement right now, man. I hope you guys are picking up stuff that you've been dreaming about having. Like, I remember Gero Wallet. Gero Wallet went up. Um, it was $1. And I was just like, damn, man, damn it. I was like, all I'm gonna be able to get is like 100 tokens. And I had the $100. I'm in Texas, but I'm in North Texas. Um, and now Jiro is like, they're talking about 10 to 5 cents. I'm glad I held out on it. So now I'm gonna be able to pick up. Before I was gonna have 100 Jiro tokens. Now I'm probably gonna end up with about 10,000 Jiro tokens, and that's just amazing. That is opportunity. Oh, nice. I met several folks from Pakistan. My actually an executive for the company that I just left that got fired. She was so awesome. She was from Pakistan and she was so cool, man. She really helped me. She just was just a special person. There's not a lot of people out there like her. She is from Pakistan and she told me her story and it was really it was I couldn't have lived through that, the stuff that she had to go through at such a young age. Really unfortunate. Very special person. My last manager also, he got fired too. He was a really cool guy. I talked to him a couple of days ago. He was really into crypto, really got me into crypto, into the markets, and really changed my thinking around investing. Really special person, special character in my life as well. And he was also from Pakistan. Really cool guy. Really got along. I got along with all the Pakistanis that I've met. I've gotten along with at an extremely high level. Oh, there goes our Russian friend. I'm gonna have to translate that, bud. Definitely gonna translate it. I'll respond to you. But yeah, Pakistanis, man. So far, cool people. Beyond cool. Nothing but good things to say about the Pakistani people. Everybody I've met's been awesome. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Australia. A lot of people in Cardano from Australia. What's the catalyst there? What's going on in Australia? Yeah, yeah, for sure. Thank you for watching it and finding value in it. What's going on in Australia though? There's a number of stake pool operators that I know of in Australia. There's a lot of people out there. You guys having like some kind of financial crisis out there like we are in America? What is the story? Why Cardano? Why do they love Cardano out there so much? Very interested in finding out what the deal is. What's the catalyst? The sun is shining. I got some tea. Got my Texas tea. Probably need to have a little lunch out here. Got my little book bag. Yeah, Paribus, man. I'm I'm so I'm so bullish on Paribus. It makes me smile. I really like the platform, and if it can do half, if it can do half of what Aave did, and Aave made so many mistakes. Aave had to reissue their token. They screwed their tokenomics up. They didn't really put a lot of thought into what they were doing early on, and they exploded, man. They ended up with $20 billion in locked assets. That is phenomenal. In a year, they went from launch to 20 billion in assets in a year. And I would really love to know like what they did. Like did they market towards enterprise, like American enterprise? Like what did they do to lock that much value in their platform? Is the borrowing and lending game that lucrative? Is there that many PVC? What's that? PVC pipe? Uh, that TVL, man, that total value locked. It's high, 20 billion. Check out DeFi Pulse. I'm telling you, we need to get on DeFi Pulse. What the hell is up with their listings? Why are they not listing Cardano projects? They need to be ready to start listing Cardano projects. Today, Devin said that Q2 for the Arbitrum MVP. So you have to figure this is actually kind of goes into the conversation that we're having right now. Oh, yeah, thank you. I This is another part of the reason why I quit that job. They wanted me to come back into the office, and I was going to miss out on those live calls and those AMAs. I was going to really have to try. That's why I bought this iPad, dude. I was preparing. I bought the iPad. I bought another mic. I was going to start streaming from my car if I had to. You're from the Ukraine? Oh, sorry about saying Russia, man. That was insensitive of me. You guys aren't getting along over there, and I'm praying, man. I'm praying that you guys can work things out, or stop all the conflict, the drama that's going on over there, because our government is not doing its job right now, and we are extremely weak, and normally we would step in and stop that, or at least help you guys stop it or deal with it. But I feel like with this government that we have right now, they're just doing everything wrong. They're attacking cryptocurrencies, they're attacking stable coins, they're attacking DeFi. They're not doing anything to keep Russia from invading Ukraine or bullying Ukraine. Like, it's just sad what's going on in the world right now. And I hope that you are in a safe place, you remain in a safe place, and crypto rescues you from this situation. But yeah, Dennis, Q2, Q2. I'm saying they're gonna go. They're gonna let this MVP rock on Arbitrum. They're gonna build on layer two, and then at some point they're gonna move over, because the MVP is what it launches your company. So this MVP, a lot of people, they believe they're in the chat room and they've got a couple 100,000 tokens or maybe even less, and they're like, when's MVP come in? Like, what are the rates? Like, what can we do? Thank you, thank you. Um, and it's like the purpose of the MVP, this minimum viable product, is to do a couple of things. I believe it's to do three things. One, it is to lean launch a company, your company, to lean launch it, to be able to launch your company with little resources and be able to put out a product to a customer base, allow that customer base to get exposure to that product, use it, figure out what they like about it, what they don't like about it, and then provide that feedback to the company, the developer, so that they can fix things, they can add, they can take away things that aren't necessary. That's the purpose of an MVP. It's to put out a teaser to the public to gauge and get customer base. So you want to start to not only penetrate a new market, the continent of Africa, but you also want to start to try to pull market share away from Aave, Compound, Graph, um, Ohm, the Olympus, I think is what it's called. Another person mentioned Guardian, Yield, all that stuff, everything, even SingularityNet, is to pull people from that, pull money out of those platforms and bring it to Paribus. They've got a better platform. You can do it with NFTs. So you can now, hey, do I want to take that risk? You're an institution. Do you want to take that risk on the Board Apes? You want to pick up that NFT for $100,000? Now, it might be a better deal for you, and it might be enough to get you to pull the trigger on that transaction, make that transaction happen, stake it in Paribus, take that loan, and do other things with it. People are like, well, what is this? This borrowing and lending platform? Is it just a digital bank? No, it's much more than a digital bank. It is actual, like, you can actually program and create automations to generate income for yourself. I don't know how many employees they have underneath the doxed people, um, but for development purposes, because I came from a company that developed multiple products. I mean, we were developing everything that we have. We developed in house for the most part. Um, we did our mobile apps in house. We did our portals, our HTML portals in house, and we had like six of those portals. Our CRM, a lot of that was developed in house as well, and we had a small team of app developers, and I assisted them in a lot of testing for the mobile app and the portals. Um, I think they had a team of 5 people. They had more. They had like 2 really good guys. They had 2 backups for them, and then they had 2 or 3 younger juniors that had just graduated from college, that they were kind of investing in and utilizing for testing purposes and stuff like that, documentation. So you don't necessarily need this really big team to develop something, especially they're working on a staking app, use smart contracts, and they're working on the MVP, which honestly, it's not that complicated, uh, because it's been done before. If they were a first, if we were on Ethereum and this was 2020 or 2019 and we're on Ethereum, then I would say, yeah, it's tough. It's difficult. It's going to take time. The more people you have, the more minds you have, probably the better if they work together well. You have a good project manager. But it really just comes down to your lead technical and your project manager, if those are 2 different positions. Sometimes they're the same thing. Sometimes your lead technical person is the project manager also. In our setup, our technical lead was different than a project manager. And then they got rid of it. Well, they didn't even get rid of him. He left. Again, another very smart guy, really smart programmer. Really respected him. Um, he, I helped him, and he helped me in return, and we had a beautiful relationship. And they just pretty much put him in the same boat that I was in. They overworked him. They put everything on his plate. They gave him a team. Um, he was remote. I think he was like in Florida or something. So he was traveling back and forth to Texas and Florida. 2 great states, in my opinion. But yeah, they just overworked the guy, and he figured out. He just got to the point where it was like, I can make more money someplace else and have less stress and less work. So he left. Um, it would be cool for you to base your stake pool on. I don't have a stake pool. I'm trying to figure out as much as possible about Paribus. I only know that they are rich enough team and experience my investigation. I am asking because when they grow, they need to have more hands. Actually, it's the opposite. So with their plan, especially if their plan is to actually become a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, they won't need anybody. So in game is the platform takes care of itself due to governance. So the people that hold the token, you and I, we vote on different proposals for changes, etc. They have a small team that would manage the code to make sure that the code is good. And also, I've talked about things like Liberty Mutual, the insurance company, offering DAO insurance. So they could purchase insurance from Liberty Mutual that would insure the entire DAO in case of a hack or something like that. So they wouldn't have to worry about finance. We wouldn't have to worry about finance, knowing that we are backed, our tokens are backed, they're safe, all of our assets are safe. But as time goes on, as they build out and perfect the platform, and it does what it's supposed to do, which is borrowing and lending and staking of assets, synthetic NFTs, etc., digital land, when that happens, when that becomes the the platform, what it's doing day to day, they get to step back because it's autonomous. Everything is handled by the algorithm in governance. So if there's a proposal, we need to figure out, well, not we, but they need to figure out the proposal system. How is proposal going to work? Are we going to do it through like what Cardano does, through like a Catalyst app, where you take Paribus and you stake it and you vote? Well, who's gonna? And I asked this question in one of the AMAs really early on, and they said it was a good question, but they didn't really go that far in the thought. But I'm thinking about that stuff. I'm thinking about in game, what's Paribus going to look like? What's it going to do? What's it going to be like? What's the experience going to be for the original holders? What's the experience going to be like for people walking into it after the fact? Because I've done that. Yeah, Card Starter is a good launch pad. The crazy thing about Card Starter though is you had to have like, I don't remember what the number is. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but it was ridiculous. It was like 400 Card Starter tokens, and at the time when Paribus launched, dude, Card Starter was like $100 a token. Oh, your English is good, man. I know what you're talking about. I may read it. I may read it the way you typed it, but in my head, I know what you're talking about. Oh, I'm doing well, Jonathan. Thanks. Um, I'm thinking about what that experience is going to be for early folks like us, and then people that walk in late, like how I walked in late to Cardano. I walked into Cardano months after it was like 15 cents a token. Like, what the hell? That hurt my heart. But I'm still happy, and I'm still here, and I'm looking for that opportunity. I'm looking for that next opportunity. And I think Paribus is it. Um, what's that experience going to be like? People going to come to the table 2-3 years from now and go, oh man, Paribus is really cool, but it's so expensive. It's so expensive that I don't feel like I can get enough tokens to make it worth my while, so I'm not going to worry about it. I don't want that to happen. I want people to be able to use the platform regardless of how much the token is. And I think the way that they've done the tokenomics, that it should be okay. Because they don't have any requirements where it's like you have to have 250,000 PBX tokens to do this or do that, like some of these platforms do. And I think that's really going to help people not be turned away because of the financial. Yo, what's up? You sound so different live. Yeah, I don't have my mixer. I have my mixer. My microphone is really nice. It's a really nice microphone, really nice mixer. This is my voice on my AirPods, which are not the greatest microphones in the world. If you have AirPods, I'll talk on like Teams chat and stuff for work or whatever, and I sound absolutely terrible on the recording after the fact. But yeah, it is what it is. We use the equipment that we have. It would be nice. I do have a nice mic, but I'm not going to take that mic with me on a walk. It's a little over the top. Main thing is Paribus, the first serious project on Cardo for sales of Metaland. Yeah, and this platform is going to piggyback off of all of the other stuff like Pavea, all those other Decentraland, Sandbox, like all these other projects, and they don't even have to be on Cardano for them to be staked on Paribus, and that's the cool part. It takes advantage of every blockchain, including Cardano, for settlement. So I don't really know. Like, I've got decisions to make. I've got about $1,000 in ETH that I need to figure out what I want to do with, and I don't really know. One option is to just swap it back into Cardano because that's where it came from originally. Do they already have partners in the metaverse land? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. I'm sure they've talked about doing like team ups. So when something launches, they'll be kind of like the official, DeFi partner of, say, like, I don't know, say like Cornucopia, that game. Who has a partnership with them? Gerald Wallet, I think, has a partnership with them, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's Gerald Wallet. It's a game, and they're going to do the transactions. And speaking of Gerald Wallet, they're the partner. I just have one concern. What's Flint? How's Flint Wallet going to fit in the space? Because the guy that's developing Flint Wallet at DC Spark, the founder of DC Spark, that dude is smart. He is smart as hell. He is responsible for the code for all of the wallets. All of the wallets on Cardano right now are using his code. That dude was like a core developer for IOG, and he broke off and created his own company. That dude, he's somebody to watch out for. He could help you, and if he becomes your competition, he could destroy you. And that's what I'm waiting for Gerald Wallet to say something. I asked today in their Telegram. Every time I ask, I get ignored. So I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I think that's a problem in just globally. And I made that video talking about, well, if you think Paribus isn't communicating with the community, you should check these projects. Realistically, I think everybody's doing kind of a bad job. Charles Hodgkinson makes everyone look like they're doing a bad job because he is so transparent. He engages directly with so many people all the time. And that's kind of like where I got inspiration from, to just say screw it, man. Like I didn't shave, I do my skin, my skincare routine like normal, but just just get on there. Who cares? Your hair's not cut. Who cares, man? It's about the community. It's about the conversation. It's about growing and learning. That's what it's about. It's not about, looking like a superstar. I'm not a superstar. I'm just like you guys. I'm just like you guys. I'm passionate about this stuff. I like learning. I learn fast. I feel like that's my superpower. I learn fast. So I'll learn things fast and I'll deliver it to you guys, deliver it to my family and my friends. I guess, you guys are going to be my family and my friends too. But yeah, they have a lot of partnerships. There's like this coalition. Like I told you early in my videos, the coalition, I see it. This is the reason why I'm here. I see all of the pieces, all of the projects interlinking, coming together, doing all of these deals, working together to build an ecosystem. Cody, man, I love Cody. I I, I tweeted yesterday, who do you think is going to take payments? Is it going to be Amp and Flexa, or is it going to be Cody and TrustNet, or is it Trust Chain? The Trust Chain. And I don't know, man. The future for payments is bright, man. Cody's got their stuff, and they did it the right way, man. They went and they got their certifications. They've got their banking, their licensing. They got all of that set up first before they put the token out. They let the token do what the token does, right? They didn't put focus on the price. The same thing that Gero Wallet did. And I feel like Paribus made a mistake there. They should have followed Gero Wallet. They should have followed Cody as far as when they released that token. No BS about price. We don't care about the price. The price does not matter. It doesn't matter if it's $1 or if it goes to a penny. That doesn't matter. We put the token out early so you guys can get in early if you want to. If you want to wait, you can wait. But they have no responsibility to people concerned about the price of the token. And that was Gero Wallet, and that was Cody's kind of position. And I really respected that position. Buy it if you want, sell it if you want, stay away from it if you want. And if you fast forward and you go forward and you look at today, from when Cody launched, it was a treat. I think that's what Sharif said. I think that's his name. Shahif. He said it was a real treat being able to get Cody at those prices when they launched. And we have the same thing today with Gero Wallet. We have the same thing today with Paribus. These prices are insane, and people are crying every day in the trading chat, crying every day. Why are you crying about being able to get a token for an average price of probably, a lot of us, less than a penny? And if you aren't, you're less than 3 cent average. Where do you think this token's going to go? You think this token isn't going to go anywhere? You think this project's going to fail? If you think that, why are you in it? That's my first question. If you store in your circumstance that you have it on an ETH address on Ledger Live, then you'll have to bridge. If you keep your tokens in KuCoin, KuCoin's going to convert them for you for free. So that was an interesting thing that I learned. That KuCoin's just going to auto convert them. So when you export them from KuCoin, you're gonna be able to export them to your URI, your Gero Wallet, Nami, Flint, whatever you're using. You'll be able to move them straight from KuCoin to your Cardano native wallet. If you are storing on like MetaMask, um, or Ledger, like, or if you're doing like what I have a Ledger, a Ledger and a MetaMask paired, connected together. So my MetaMask is secured by my Ledger. I don't have any Paribus in there right now, but I have it set up and prepared, ready to transfer it if I make the decision to stake. I'm still kind of debating. I don't know. I was actually considering maybe if Paribus hit 0.009, I was gonna take my Ethereum, move it all to Paribus, and then boom, stake it all, and walk away. I love Singularity. Singularity is like 18 cents right now, dude. It's cheaper than when it was when I first discovered it. I like Orn as well. I accumulated a decent amount of Orn. I started buying at 10, unfortunately, and bought down to like 7. And then the flash crash happened, and I've chilled. But I think Orn is at like $5 a token right now. Orn might be worth picking up just to access their Solar Flare launchpad. Yeah, I think it's 2,000 PBX to transfer it out, which isn't bad. It's not bad. I would say that's a low Ethereum gas fee. So if you were moving from like Uniswap, and you're in MetaMask, and you were moving from Ethereum wallet to Ethereum wallet, you'd be getting killed. You'd be paying a lot more than 2,000 PBX. I promise you. So KuCoin's fair, man. I think KuCoin is eating the cost for us on those transfers. Retest of IDO price, dude. A retest of Dude, if they retested half of the IDO price, good God. What is that? 50x? No, not 50x, like 30x? Jeez Louise. How could you lose? Unless this is the only thing I play, because I always play in my mind doomsday scenarios. Yeah, 2,000 PBX to transfer out. Yeah. Yeah. If you think that's sad, if you think 2,000 is bad, buy it on Uniswap. Buy it on Uniswap and transfer from one wallet to another. It's gonna be way more than 2,000 PBX. I mean, way more than that. You mess around and do it on. I tried to transfer. I was gonna transfer someone the flash crash night. Oh my God, it was like $650 to transfer it. I was like, hell no. And I made my decision. When this flash crash crap is over with, I'm getting the hell out of Ethereum. I'm selling it. I don't want it. Fuck that. What's the point of Ethereum? See, you bought Ethereum back in the day. You know, it was a couple $100. You're up big. That's the only people that made out. If you're using Ethereum, you think you're going to use Ethereum day to day for decentralized transactions? Like, you got to be kidding me. You're going to be going. You're going to be like, oh, okay, I want to buy. I want to buy. I don't know. I want to buy a PlayStation. I'm going to buy it with Ethereum. You know how much that PlayStation is going to cost? It's going to cost like $1,500. I don't know why people want to use Ethereum. If you're transferring like tens of thousands of dollars, okay. And even when gas is high, even when the gas is high, transferring that much value, it's expensive. I don't want to pay 15. I don't care if I have enough money to transfer that much money. ERG 2.0, ERG or Ethereum 2.0. Yeah, you have got to be independently wealthy to comfortably use Ethereum. Period. It is not for the common man. And I don't care what they're talking about. Oh, Ethereum 2.0. It's gonna no, they said that about 15. What is that? 1559 EIP? They said the same thing about that. Oh, it's gonna fix the fees. The hell it did. We're still getting killed in gas. Actually, the price went up. I actually went to Etherscan and compared transactions with the transaction type. Everything that was 1559 was more. They said it was going to make it go down. It didn't. They're saying the same thing about 2.0. You're going to, first off, how the hell, I know Ethereum miners. I have some friends that are Ethereum miners. They are not going to be like, okay, after doing all this research, after spending all this money, all this time, I'm just going to tear it all down. We're just going to go to SPO. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right. You're gonna have Ethereum Classic too. That's what the hell what you're gonna end up with. They're not gonna agree to that. They're gonna be like, screw you. I'm gonna mine like I've. What is that? Chips or fungus? Huh. They're not gonna. They're not gonna go. They really think they're just gonna. Oh, we're just gonna fork over, and we're gonna just start doing proof of stake. Yeah, that's gonna work. Sure, bud. What's the percentage? 5% on 0.0003 tokens, coins. That's what, because that's all that people have. Miners aren't going to go for that. What are you going to do with all those graphics cards? They're going to go back to playing video games with them? Oh, thank you for stopping by, Jonathan. Appreciate it. Yeah, this video's going pretty long. Probably going to end it pretty soon. I'm headed back to the house. I'm going to, after I get off here, I'm going to drop the development update video. Yeah, I'll probably get the job. I got to send back. I got to like collect all my equipment and get ready to send that back. Do the dates on my resume and keep on going. But yeah, I like Cody. I like Cody. I had a bunch of Cody, but I sold it because I got pissed because they did. They were like, "Oh yeah, to be able to stake, you need 20,000 tokens." I'm like, "What the hell? You could have told me that freaking 6 months ago. Not have been accumulating." But they didn't, so I got upset and I sold it. But it's all good because it went back down. It pumped and then went back down again. So it's all good. That's just how the game goes. Works out like that. But yeah, I'm going for like 70 minutes, man. Let me let you guys get your time back, and I'm gonna keep on walking here. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for stopping by, folks.